All the engines on the island of Sodor love their work. But sometimes there is too much work. That's when Sir Topham Hatt brings new engines to the island.
Well, hello, Season 6. So nice of you to start off our story with a new character premise. Although I'm finding the setup a bit weird. So with all the additions Top Hat has made to his railway, there's still not enough engines to complete the needed work? Then he should have at least kept the few that were introduced in the last season, like Derek. But okay, let's see who's being brought on board. As if we don't know.
We heaved until the old freighter finally caught the tide. It's good to be useful. Salty is excited about coming to the island of Sodor. Islands are surrounded by the sea. Salty loves the sea. Soon Salty arrived at his new job.
Oh man, Salty. What a name. What a character. He's already looking like a fun diesel. I know I said Baldwin wasn't always on point with his character voices, but this one definitely takes the cake. And not just because Salty has a pirate personality. It's the wordage, mood, and music that really makes this diesel sound cool.
Welcome to Center Island Quarry, Mavis said proudly. Salty looked all around. Everywhere he looked, he saw nothing but rocks. A quarry, he cried. There must be some mistake. I'm a dockyard diesel. You're a quarry diesel now, Mavis said.
Oh, that stung, I'm sure. But I don't think Mavis meant any harm by it. See what I mean, though, when it comes to holding on to past characters? There was Derek last season who was also brought to the quarry, and now we have Salty. So hopefully he doesn't get let go of. Especially with the B twins, as usual, not liking new diesel arrivals. Just like Boko and Derek.
At least there be trucks. You'd better mind them, Mavis said. They can be a bother. He won't last 5 minutes, said Bill. Those trucks will trip him up soon enough, said Ben. But to Bill and Ben's surprise, the truck seemed to give Salty no trouble at all.
Well, if that's not already proven to be useful, I don't know what is. If Salty can control the troublesome trucks, then that's already a plus because when those rolling crates are on screen, that usually means derailment. We'll see how that goes. And I noticed Baldwin no longer voices Bill and Ben with their ear-grating voices. I'm happy with that. But I'm also not, because that ruins the show's consistency.
Thanks to Salty, Sir Topham Hatt's important job was almost done. Bill and Ben were surprised and a little jealous. Here comes Mr. Show-Off, groused Ben. You have to admit he's got a knack with those trucks, said Mavis.
At least someone sees the good Salty's been doing. After all, things seem to be going pretty smoothly. No teething troubles for miles. And that's not mocking Derek. I'm saying the twins should remember that moment, being that they also realized Derek wasn't that bad a diesel to begin with. Considering they work with Mavis, a reformed diesel herself. Speaking of which, where's Boko? Anyway, as well as things were going, Salty was still disappointed with his assignment.
You really do miss the sea, don't you? Asked Mavis. Aye, said Salty. I do. But Salty knew the quarry work was important. The next day, he tried to show Bill and Ben his secret with the trucks. I like working to a musical rhythm, he said. And so do the trucks.
Sounds simple enough, although it looks like the Bumble twins aren't buying it. But they were soon shown the error of their ways when the trucks didn't go by their method. When Salty's approach worked just fine. Even Top Hat didn't think the job would be done so well or so soon. However, Top Hat's next assignment for Salty was something he wasn't expecting.
I'm sending you to Brendam Docks. The docks are hard by the sea. Oh, thank you, sir, he said. This reminds me of a time in Bimini. And Salty was telling stories again. Salty loves Brendam Docks. He gets more work done than any 3 engines and feels really useful. And only the trucks know his secrets. The tiller spins and the captain yawns.
Okay, so for the start of Season 6, I like the way things are going. I have a small bias for this episode because Salty is actually a character I've come to really admire. Which is even shocking for me because of him not being a main character, nor a steam engine. Salty is just an awesome diesel. He's jolly, easy to talk with, and still works hard with jobs he's not that enthusiastic about. That's dedication. Salty's secret also shows again that hard work pays off in the end one way or another. My question is now, who the heck will replace Salty in the quarry? Come on, Derek needs another shot. Or like I said, where's Boko? Baldwin's voice work for Salty is also what makes the character so great. He sounds sort of like Jeffrey Rush from the Pirates of the Caribbean. His design is also cool, being that he kind of has a little sailor hat on his head with a small brim. I'd still like to know what Baldwin's deal was with changing Bill and Ben's voices though. Locations to this feature don't vary a whole lot, but there are some things to see. There's a quick glance of Tidmouth Beach, Jem Cole's yard, and Brendam Docks. The real stage this story took place on though was the Center Island Quarry, or the Ffarquhar Quarry as I've always called it. There we see more angles than we can shake a stick at. Also notice there was no troublesome truck runaway. That's unheard of, recalling how often that happened in the prior season. As for music, the motif composed for Salty is brilliant. It's upbeat, optimistic, and hearty sounding, just like Salty's personality. It's a wonderful tune and will remain very memorable. Next episode is Harvey to the Rescue. Thanks for watching.